As we emerge back into society and out of hibernation, some companies and some people are going to rather ridiculous lengths, I think, in an attempt to protect themselves from the virus. And I'm all about, I don't hold it against anybody for taking precautions and being careful. That's great. But there has to be a limit. So I mentioned this on Friday. Here's a cafe that, this is in Germany actually, a cafe that requires diners to wear pool noodles on their head for social distancing. So you take a look at the picture. That's what, you've got grown adults sitting at a cafe with pool noodles hanging off their head. And the idea is it's that's going to give you the social distancing, because if your pool noodle comes within, it touches another person, then you know that you're too close. Or how about you're an adult, okay? You're not a child, and so just don't come within 6 feet of another person. You should be able to handle that. You don't need a pool noodle on your head. And then here's a bar in Maryland that has here's the image of it. There's a bar in Maryland, has customers in these big inner tube things on wheels, and this is supposed to enforce social distancing. Now that looks like a bar. I don't know, it doesn't say what bar it is, but it looks like a bar in Ocean City, Maryland. And I've been to Ocean City many times. I guarantee, this is what I can tell you, okay, based on my experience in that environment. I guarantee you all of those things there will be destroyed in a week from drunk people playing bumper cars in them. Guaranteed. I give that 1 week before all of those things are destroyed. I think about 75% of them will be destroyed from bumper cars. Then you're going to have about 25% that go missing because drunk people steal them and then jump into the ocean with them. That's what's going to happen. I'm trying to imagine myself at 22 in Ocean City, Friday night, go to a bar, and they give you one of those. I would have loved it, but not for the reasons that the bar intends. In fact, I still would love it. Right now, today, as a grown man with 4 kids, if you gave me one of those, I would be running around doing bumper cars. That's what I would do. And then here's this. This is just the saddest thing I've maybe ever seen. Take a look at this report from CNN.
Excitement builds. But her great-grandchildren never saw Nana quite like this.
Put your arms through the slots.
All right. Oh, my goodness.
After 2 months.
Oh, I love you. I love you.
Of no hugs, 85-year-old Rose Gagnon finally got to wrap her arms around her kitties.
I wanted to cry because I couldn't believe that this was happening.
And the kids, too.
We wanted to hug Nana.
So Rose's adult granddaughter, Carly Marinero of Rockford, Illinois, got to work.
I just thought, how could I do this? Not putting bags over my kids or her.
For under $50, she built Hug Time using PVC piping, plastic, and tape.
This is a group hug. Oh, yes.
Yes, because having a bunch of people press their faces up against plastic, having a bunch of people in succession press their face up against plastic, that's a lot more sanitary and healthy, right? I can tell you this. If I made a contraption like that so that my parents could hug their grandkids, they would look at me like I'm a lunatic, and then they would walk right around it and hug their grandkids like normal human beings. So not only are these measures pointless and counterproductive and less safe and less healthy, but they also are, they're undignified. Have some dignity. It's never okay to lose your dignity. No virus can excuse you of your dignity. A grown man does not wear a pool noodle on his head. I think I could say that. Or walk around in a big inner tube like a toddler in a Fisher-Price walker. And I can't imagine that any grandparent wants to wrap themselves in saran wrap before hugging their grandchildren. It's actually not worth it. If you told me that the only way for me to avoid coronavirus is to wrap myself in saran wrap like that thing, or walk around in the toddler walker thing, I would say, I'd rather have coronavirus, honestly. I don't want coronavirus, but if this is the only way to avoid it, I'll just take the virus. Thank you. Because I want to have my dignity. and that's also important to me as a human being. Hey, you, you right there. Hit the subscribe button right now. Do it right now. I thank you for your compliance. It's somewhat appreciated.